Alright guys, today we're going to do a review on a cheap multi-tool. It's called Pocket Tool with Light. Made by Outdoors by TOTES. $4.94. So, this was picked up at Walmart for $4.94. What comes in is just basically this box. This plastic stuff that holds the tool. It has a little plastic screen right here. Basically tells you the functions of the tool. And you get this little crap sheath. And you get the tool. Minus this. So, first off, I want to get this out of the way. This sheath, it's Velcro. And it's like some nylon. I mean, I'd sort of recommend it if you don't mind carrying around this in like the fifth pocket of your jeans. This is about that same size too, except it's a little bit more skinnier. So it'll work alright, decently. Little belt sheath. What I would recommend if you are going to use this, I would recommend that you go over and stitch this yourself. You sew it again on top of the factory stitching. Do some stitching for yourself right there. Maybe once or twice, just going along it just to reinforce it. So let's say you go to pull it and it gets snagged or something like that. It won't actually rip the loop. So it says pocket tool with light, 8 functions in 1. Storage loop attaches to your belt. Spring-loaded pliers, wire cutters, saw, Phillips screwdriver, can opener, knife, keyring, and LED light. The keyring I broke. I had to fix it with my Leatherman. Let me get this focused. So as you can see, I had to fix it by pinching it together. And as you can also see, it's camo. Sorry about that. So it has, these are metal handles. It's all metal design. What this thing has going for it is basically, it's spring-loaded pliers, it's cheap, it's camo. It has a light on it. The blade's alright. And the wire cutters work pretty decently. That's what it got going for it. In ergonomics, it's uncomfortable so much. I mean, just doing this right here, I could already feel like some hot spots. Like right here, just digs right into the palm. It's very uncomfortable. Use this. If you're going to be using this, except just like say for the flashlight or just using the knife, you're going to be using the pliers and stuff like that, you're going to need to use some gloves because it's very uncomfortable in the hand. Just the way this metal thing right here around the rivet to hold that metal keychain, it also makes it very uncomfortable. I just left it on for the review. So that makes it very uncomfortable. What I like about this is that these wire cutters, they're very nice. Even though they overlap, I was cutting through some hard wires and like those big old beefy staples that they staple those boxes with when they ship stuff. I was cutting through those and it didn't even leave a scratch on here, indentation or anything. Spring-loaded pliers, that's nice. It's very good to poke and stuff, like poke and pull. You could use them to get out splinters if you really needed to. If you really needed to, and you had the patience to try to do it, you can. Because I actually tried that out. What the blade has going on for it, it's a very nice blade. I mean, sort of like a clip point. It's a clip. But I was actually using this to cut some fiberglass, and I was cutting it on the ground. So the tip actually got ground down by cement. So that is not the factory edge. I was sharpening it with the Gerber pocket sharpener. Yeah, so I re-got the edge on it, and it's very low, like compared to like the rest of it. How it's not showing, but you could basically, you see more transition from the edge to just the actual blade steel over here to the regular body of it in the initial grind, versus like right over here it's just like a secondary bevel right on there because it was ground down on the cement. But it is actually pretty sharp. I mean, the tip, it's sort of rounded, but I was using it to cut through a soda box 12-pack, and I was cutting through it, and I was cutting around. I wasn't like stabbing into it or anything like that, just very lightly, just cutting through, and just going like this. It cut a soda can open through the cardboard and made it start spraying. So what? You cut a soda and wasted one. Well, essentially, yeah, but I thought it was pretty. I thought that this could get a nice edge, and it could get a good tip even if you grinded it completely down, because I was using only the part that I grinded down to cut through that, and it cut that aluminum can open. So I think that's good because it cut through the double layer of cardboard near the ends where it has the flaps folding over, and it cut through the aluminum. So I thought that was pretty nice. So that's what that has going on for it. This can opener sucks. It's not really worth it. I mean, I guess it has this little notch. No, I mean, you might be able to. Maybe use this sort of like a Victorinox wire cutter, but I don't see how that's really going to work because there's no blade on the other end. But, yeah, it's not good at all. I mean, it's just all rectangular. Look, it reminds me of like one of those oxygen wrenches, like the say, oh yeah, you get this multi-tool and you get an oxygen wrench on it. Okay, I'm not in the hospital. I don't work around oxygen wrenches. I'm not climbing Everest. I don't need that. Now, this is a Phillips. I didn't get a chance to try out right here because it looks a lot like a bottle opener, even though it's not mentioned. But I'm trying to get this to focus in for you guys. But this is a Phillips, and it's same problem like as the DYNASTY multi-tool. It's extremely rounded on the tip. Yeah, I don't think this wants to work. But you can sort of see it there. It is rounded, and every one of the screws that I try to get it going on, because it's not going to fit in a big one. It's not going to work at all. Every one I tried getting this to work with, it didn't work at all. So, useless tool. Just take it off. But, yeah, useless tool. Then the saw works pretty nice as a saw. I mean, it's not sharp at all. You could just run it if you wanted to just tickle your fingers. It's not going to cut or mess up your skin at all. It has a tapered point. It's like in a wedge shape. So, Like, I don't know if you ever seen like one of those lighter bros. It's sort of like the same thing, how you might be able to use it as a Phillips, but because of its taper, it's very unlikely. And the LED, it's not rated for any lumens on there, but if I had to say, I'd probably want to say at least 10 to 15. It is decently bright. You can see tiny. And those are my curtains. That's like 8 to 10 or 12 feet away. And it's lighting up pretty decently over on the wall. Because these are darker color, it's absorbing all the light. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty alright, decently bright. I want to say at least 10 lumens, 10 to 15 lumens. If you guys want to have one of that in the face. Take some little button cells and screw. So one trick I found is if it's not really working, completely unscrew it, stick it out, then put it back in, and then retighten it down. And then twist on. Might work for you. I mean, like I said, this is the one main things that it got going for it. A flashlight on it. That'd be pretty damn cool if they had a Leatherman that had this. But then it'd take up a whole bunch of space. As you can see, there's nothing on this side except for that. And it's not waterproof or water resistant at all. Sure, it has an O-ring right there, but it's not gonna work. The water will seep through the top and completely on the pivot. These button cells. What do they read? It says AG3 button cell, and it comes with 3 of them, and they're wrapped up in a plastic. Well, that's working. Show the pivot and the tools. Rounded. You can see how this grind gets thinner in this area. That's where it's mainly ground down by the cement. So yeah, these are just close-ups of the tool before we cut out. Well, we have some good zoom in clarification going on. Like I said, if you plan on using this, double stitch it, or at least triple or quadruple, just to make sure it's nice and secure. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. If we want to talk about, would this be good for EDC? Because I've been EDCing it and I do not like it. It's uncomfortable. And like I said, the only thing it got going for it is the LED light, in my opinion, because I have my Leatherman with me, the Sidekick, and I also have the Duck Dynasty multi-tool also on me. So I have a blade, I have spring-loaded pliers, can opener, and everything. wire cutters too. The only thing that sets this apart is the LED, and yeah, see, it's like messing around right now. So sometimes what might happen is it'll actually get too tight. Well, it won't get too tight, it won't be tight enough, and you'll have to like actually twist it. Or sometimes it also doesn't want to work too, like right now, it don't want to work. But what do you expect? It's a cheap tool. So if you want a nice cheap EDC, what I would recommend is, like, for under $15 EDC, see, now it's working. For under $15 EDC, you could buy this. You could carry it on your belt. You could get this Duck Dynasty multi-tool if you want a camo themed EDC going on. You have a bigger blade, you'll have a smaller blade, you'll have pliers, you'll have redundant things like, say, screwdrivers. And hey, look, if you get that, you'll have two nice, crappy Phillips screwdrivers that work when they want to work. That's nice. But yeah, you'll have some redundant tools, and you'll have at least a couple of blades and some scissors, and a better saw than that one. So that's pretty much it. For under $20 EDC, if you want pliers and a knife, you could go with these two, and they'll both be camo. Or if you can't get this camo one from Kohl's, like I did in my review, like I stated in my review, they have another one. I don't exactly remember, but you could check that out, where I talk about alternatives to this exact one. It'll be the same one, just not in a camo version. Or that's just off Kohl's. You could probably go on Amazon or something, or some other place. But yeah, $20, under $20, probably includes shipping. You could get these two. Doesn't include any of these lanyards. These are the ones I made. So that's pretty much it for this review. Is it recommended? No. What's good about it? The flashlight. That's the best thing about it. Then what's also good about it? The wire cutters and the spring-loaded pliers and the knife. Other than that, the can opener, just use that to scratch your scratchers or whatever you want to do. Scratch at it, use it as a nail cleaner or something. But other than that, I don't recommend this tool. If you use it in conjunction with the Duck Dynasty one, it could help out because you'll have the other tools that can back up this one. But if you want a regular tool that'll actually just back itself up, this isn't where you're going to find it in this tool. I don't think you're going to find anything that'll back itself up at under $5 or $5 range. Maybe $20 to the $30 range, you could get a better one. It won't be the highest quality, but there'd be something like this. I'm still using this one, and I have not got a chance to review because I'm still EDCing it. But this is in the $30 range, and so far I'm pretty much loving this tool. Thank you guys for watching, and have a good day. We'll have more reviews and still getting data on this one, and we'll get that coming to you as soon as possible.